Hey, what is happening, muchachos? Welcome to the video. So today is day number 3 of the Ninja Aesthetics program. We're almost done with this little mini series, and today, guys, we're going to be hitting the upper body, especially focusing on them shoulders. If you don't know what Ninja Aesthetics is, it's a free program that I created for you guys that combines both the weights and gymnastics training, also known as calisthenics, to build functional aesthetic physique. Go ahead and download it. It's 100% free. It's a 4-day split. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna get some freaking mucho gains, man. So just go ahead and get it right now. Alright guys, so I am wrapping up my little warm-up before the workout. So usually before every training session, I like to get in about 5 to 10 minutes of warm-up just to get myself ready for the workout to avoid injury. Now I know some of you muchachos probably like, warm-up, man, I don't freaking need one. I'm a freaking beast. Well, if you keep skipping it, you're gonna be a beast in the ER room, I'll tell you that, man, because you're guaranteed to get hurt in the future. So for me to warm up today, all I did was I started off with some skin to cats to open up my shoulders to improve my mobility. Then I did some rope climbs to activate my serratus, and last but not least, I then did 3 minutes of the aerodyne bike. The warm-up is not supposed to be difficult. It's just supposed to get you ready. Just break a little bit of the sweat. And I think I've accomplished that. And now it's time for us to get into the first exercise of the day. Alright muchachos, so as you can see, your boy is back at the casa, but I actually did the entire workout and I'm gonna go over all the exercises in detail. And I gotta say, man, after I finished that workout today, man, your boy got a gnarly pump, man. As you can see, guys, you can still build a very nice physique with body weight training with just a little bit of weights sprinkled in. Today, what we did was a superset with the military press and the ring support. First of all, military press is one of those exercises that I feel like every single guy needs to be doing. This exercise is gonna get your shoulders a lot bigger, have you get that superhero look, man. And it also has amazing carryover into more gymnastics and calisthenic work. Think things like your handstands. Handstand push-ups as well will get better when you get stronger with the military press. Amazing freaking exercise. But one thing you want to be careful about is you want to make sure you keep your core and your butt cheeks tight. Because check this out, muchachos, this exercise doesn't only work out your shoulders, it also works with your core big time. And if you're too relaxed over there, you could snap your back up, man. That's a no bueno. So when you perform the lift, keep your core tight, squeeze those butt cheeks, man. Imagine like you have a walnut in between your butt cheeks and you're trying to crack it, you know, the nut cracker. Squeeze that baby so you can stay tight and press the weight overhead safely. You guys hear that? Alright, then we're going to superset that with some ring support. I talked about this on day number 1. There are 2 ways you can do the ring supports. The first and the easiest way is to just plop yourself up on top of the rings, lock out those triceps, and then just have your palms face you with the rings as close to you as possible. But once you get comfortable with this, how you can progress things and make things more challenging is turn the rings out, exposing the biceps. This is going to work your forearm, your biceps, your shoulders, and also give you some pretty nice chest activation. So next up in the routine, we now have another superset. This time we're going to be supersetting 2 bodyweight movements. So first we have the scapular pulls, and then we have the pike press. I know that a lot of you guys are probably going to think about skipping out on the scapular pulls because it probably looks easy. Believe me guys, it is not, and you don't want to skip this move because it is essential. Because check this out, when it comes to bodybuilding, I'm sure a lot of you guys are very familiar with the 2 types of pulling movements. You have your vertical pull and then you have your horizontal pull. But then when you now start including more gymnastic and calisthenic elements, you also have something else called a straight arm pull, which means you're pulling with your arms straight at all times. And the scapular pull is the base level of this type of movement. You need to get this down before you can go into more advanced stuff. So the scapular pull to perform is very easy. You're gonna hang on the rings, you're gonna have your shoulders cuffing your ears, and then to execute the movements, you pull your shoulders away from your ears as hard as possible, and then you come back up. So as you can see, you're pulling without bending your arms, hence why it's called a straight arm pull. Now when it comes to aesthetics, this move is amazing because it's going to help you develop a muscle called your serratus anterior. This is the muscle that when you get lean, it looks like you have gills like right under your shoulder. It looks freaking dope. And then we're going to superset the scapular pulls with some pike presses. And to do this move, guys, all you need to do is get into a pike position. The more forward you lean, the harder the movement is going to be, and just start pressing. When you press, make sure that your head goes in front of your arms. You don't want your heads to be in between your arms in the movements because it's gonna make it feel awkward. And if the pike press starts getting too easy for you, you can always make things a little bit more challenging by putting your leg on an elevated surface like a box. This is going to change your body leverage and hence make the movement a lot more difficult. So for the rest of the routine, we're going to be done with the supersets, and we're now just going to do straight sets for the rest. And now we're now going to do some PENDLAY rows. So the PENDLAY row, in my opinion, is one of the best barbell row variation there is, because it is really going to avoid you from cheating. Because with the PENDLAY row, if you can see, my back is almost parallel to the ground. Now if you look very closely, I am using an underhand grip. This is to allow me to use more of my bicep as well as my back, but you can also use an overhand grip if you feel more comfortable with that. But it's a very simple move. The only thing I will say that you need to be aware of is try not to jerk the weight up and use too much momentum. Keep your back as straight and parallel to the ground as possible, and you're gonna really feel this in your back a lot. And the PENDLAY row is also exceptional for being able to develop your rear delts, man, which tends to be a neglected muscle groups in gymnasts, calisthenic athletes, and also bodybuilders alike. So doing this move is really going to help you get that 3D shoulder look. Next up in the routine, we got some ring dips. So guys, if you notice, I have my feet on a box as I'm doing these. Now the reason why I have this is because the rings in the facility were actually a little bit too high, but when you're doing this, I actually want you guys to have your feet on the floor. This is the basic level of a ring dip. The reason why I'm having you guys do it this way is because I understand that a lot of you muchachos are just starting off with the rings, and you're probably already having a hard enough time just doing regular ring supports. It makes no sense to go straight into regular ring dips. So this is going to help you build a very good foundation before you can go into more difficult dip variations like the regular one, and it's still going to be exceptional for being able to develop your shoulders as well as your triceps. All right, then last but not least, man, we have to wrap up any good shoulder day with some dumbbell lateral raises. So muchachos, man, even though I'm a huge massive fan of gymnastics and calisthenics training, one thing that tends to lack is side delt training, man. There are not a lot of moves that you can hit the side delts very efficiently unless you're working things like the iron cross or you're doing Bulgarian dips, and those are pretty high level movements, and I want you guys to get 3D delts as soon as possible. Why wait until you're doing those more difficult moves? So guys, that is Ninja Aesthetics day number 3. This workout, after I was done, man, I was feeling it. In fact, I still feel it a lot, especially in my serratus anterior and side delts, man. They're freaking burning. So definitely give this workout a go, and if you haven't downloaded the Ninja Aesthetics program, go ahead and download it. It's free. Link is going to be in the description box below. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do, man. Go ahead and give this one a massive thumbs up. Let's see if we can get over 100 thumbs ups in this video. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, what you doing, man? What you doing? Go ahead and subscribe. And muchachos, muchachas, always remember this, guys. Always strive to improve, even if just a little, each and every single day. Kaizen. See you guys in the next video. Peace.